Should be on. Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Joe Zieja here, the voice of Full Band. We are here in the studio today to have burgers with Lancaster. Thanks for bearing with us as we kind of fought some LA traffic. We're going to have a very messy interview as we do indeed have burgers in front of us today. And it is my absolute pleasure to introduce to you Tim Friedlander, the voice of Lancaster. Here he is, folks.
Sit down.
I even made one of these things for you.
All right.
Oh, where'd it go?
What do we got? What do you have?
I made you a little bottom third so I can.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. Ta-da!
Boom! Look at that.
Voice of Lancaster. Now it's
Ooh.
super official.
All right.
You can see this is what we look
It's
like
real.
live down here, but that's our little editor up there.
All right. Nice.
Cool.
Ooh. Nice.
So wow, there's a lot of you in chat. I usually like to say
Wow.
hello. So like hello NJM, KSR, Stonehenge, and AFJ, and Sir Goodness, the Yuri and Ty. Holy crap! There's a lot of you people in here. Fantastic.
Wow.
So here's what we're gonna do today: is
Yeah.
we're gonna have like a messy interview. Both of us
Yeah.
are starving, so
I'm
we're
hungry.
gonna eat while we talk because
Yeah.
we're rude. And we'll talk about Ace Combat and we'll talk about Lancaster. And so first of all,
Yeah.
who are you, Tim? Tell us a little bit about yourself,
That is a good question.
so I can eat.
Yeah, so you can eat. Man, I'm a full-time voice actor now for the last 3 years or so. But I came out of music and education and actually still play music full-time, semi-full-time. Also run a series of studios. We have 5 recording studios.
Soundbox, right?
Soundbox, yeah. And I actually started in voiceover in '96 when I was up in Seattle and started training up there, but moved to LA in 2002 with the plan of being a full-time voice actor, which failed for like 12 years.
And you went to teaching, right?
Taught for a long time. Yeah, I taught and I played music. So I came down. The plan was to have my voiceover career support my music career, which we all know is a very wise plan.
Wow. That's like 2 plan Bs.
It's 2 plan Bs, exactly. And then my plan A was to move to LA with a U-Haul and no job or a house or any place to live, anything. And I just kind of kicked around for a long time, played music, a lot of music, did a lot of session work, a lot of clarinet stuff. So I came down and was playing clarinet when I first got here. A lot of guitar work. And I was in grad school. I was finishing grad school, and I was like, what's the point of being in LA anymore if I'm just going to be in grad school?
Right.
Let's just get out of
You
here.
could be in grad school anywhere.
Yeah,
for
be in
less
grad school
money.
anywhere, and if I'm going to teach, then why stay in LA? And I had just done a motorcycle trip. I had ridden up the coast to Washington, back around a big loop, about a 10-day trip, and pulled back into LA, and I was like, oh, I'm quitting voiceover. There's like, what's even the point of doing voiceover? Got up the next morning, and I had tickets to a convention in Anaheim, and I was like, okay, whatever. I'll hop on my motorcycle. Hadn't slept in like 10 days. Hadn't really showered in 3 days. Hopped on my motorcycle, drove to Anaheim, and I met all the people that I know now in the voiceover community. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Okay.
And realized that I was just, it wasn't that I wasn't going to be able to be a voice actor. It's just that I wasn't doing it right. I wasn't training. I wasn't meeting people. I wasn't doing anything that it would take to be a voice actor. I came in and I was like, oh, well, you get a demo, you show up to LA, you get an agent, it's all a piece of cake.
Right.
Which we know is how
A
it
very
goes.
common
Yeah,
perception.
Very common perception, yeah. And it just became, at that point, I threw myself into voiceover 100%. And I started doing workout groups in my studio. I opened up my studio, which had just been for music, opened it up for voiceover, started having people who were in the same boat that I was, which was having no idea what to do, how to navigate the business of voiceover,
Right.
especially in LA. How do you navigate this industry when everybody is just trying to sell you a 6-month package to
Their
train
demo-
with
their
them,
demo school,
yeah,
right.
or to do sign up for my 6-weekend course that only costs you $2,000
Right.
for somebody you've never met to do something you don't know if you even want to do it. So I started opening up my studio and found out that there were a ton of people who were in the same boat that I was, which was wanting to do this but not knowing how to approach it and not having the money to basically try out every coach, try out every course, and figure out what to do. And that was, what, 5 years ago or so? 5.5 years ago. And now, I've turned that one studio into 5. I've been in full-time voice acting since 2016. And this is what I do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
That's awesome.
And it's as much voice acting as it is. I always say I don't coach, I don't train, but I help facilitate people to kind of, I've worked with every coach.
You're a matchmaker of sorts.
Yeah, I try and do that. And I know, like, who are good matches, like, hey, this is a great coach and this is what you need, and you can go work with them. We do a lot of production, a lot of stuff at the studio. And actually I kind of got into games from the backside of this, is that I was helping somebody cast, and they referred me to a role and had me audition for this production company. And I booked my other game I've done, which is called Elix.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah, okay.
Which was, it's a Nordic THQ game.
I'm familiar with it.
And that was the first game I ever did. I played Duras, who's one of the kind of guide characters through that game. And out of that, I ended up partnering with this studio in London, and we're their LA branch of the studio. So anything that they do in Los Angeles, they have a New York studio and a Los Angeles studio and a London studio. So we're the LA studio, and out of that, we did, for any people know this, is Pillars of Eternity 2, which came out last year. We actually recorded, we were the studio for all the main characters.
Really? Soundbox did that?
Yeah.
Wow,
so
that's
we did
cool.
all the Critical Role people who did the game.
Yep.
We did that at our place. That was about a 3-month project.
That's awesome.
And so I kind of work all sides of this. And the voiceover and the studio are what I do full time. And when I say full time, I mean it's 7 days a week.
Yeah,
it's 24 hours a day. It's 7 days a week. It is, running the other studios. The other studios are fairly new in the chain, but we had, 2 weeks ago, I think we had a day where we had all five studios had sessions.
That's great.
Which is just insane.
That's awesome.
And basically a lot of this is just to help the community. I mean, it was me having an opportunity and a place to help out other voice actors like myself.
That's cool, man.
And it's kind of become something.
So how did you get? Is those the only 2 game roles you've done? You've done Elex and then you've done Longcaster.
I've done Elix and Longcaster.
That's it.
That's all I've ever done. Yeah.
Wow. Are you a gamer at all? Like, do you game on a?
No, I don't. I'm not a gamer. I'm not a current gamer.
What's the last game you played?
Probably played Halo. My brother got the first Xbox.
Okay, so
before that was Sega.
So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna put him on the controller in a little bit and have him play through some Ace Combat. We're gonna have a good time.
But I grew up on. I remember when I got my first Atari. I grew up on the old school. I was like there all the way up. I kind of quit playing when the NES came out. That was
quit playing.
That's about when I quit.
NES...
That's about when I quit.
Damn. That is legacy.
And I picked back up. I had one of my friends from high school got drafted into the NBA, and they actually they put him in one of the NBA games.
That's awesome.
NES. So that's the last time I went back. I was like, dude, I gotta play this as my friend. Like playing my friend in the game.
Now when you play your friends in games, it's entirely different.
It's a whole different thing. Yeah.
That's your face.
Yeah, exactly. They put
your face in the game.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
So then, if you don't do a whole lot of gaming stuff, how did you stumble into being Longcaster?
I do through the production side of things, through the coaching, through the, went and put together a group that went and trained with some producers.
Okay.
And out of that got the opportunity to audition for a couple roles. I auditioned for 3 or 4 different roles in this, not knowing what it was. I still didn't even really know what this was until recently, what I had done. And that's just, I do so much stuff. I'm in the, we've been out on tour off and on for the last 3 years. So I'm touring, I'm running the studios, I'm voice acting, I'm doing jobs from the tour bus that are going to go to air that I don't know when or where or anything.
Right.
So it's always kind of on to the next thing. And not that I don't enjoy or I'm like proud of the work that I'm doing. It's there's so much of this, and I'm paying more attention to what my friends are doing and what their work's coming out than I am to the stuff that I'm doing. And to me, I mean, I love doing this, but something more I love seeing than my friends in these
That's cool.
games.
You seem like a great facilitator.
It's fun, man. It's like
Yeah.
it's great to see, like, when you can see these opportunities and you can say, oh well, I'm if this you have this casting up in here and I know this person over here would be perfect for this role. There's no way these two are ever going to meet. Let me put them in touch.
Any
you cast this role.
any agent aspirations? Because that sounds very agenty.
No.
No.
No. I mean,
That's a different world too.
It's a different world. If anything, I really love to direct, and I love doing. When we're doing these sessions, I have people come in and do auditions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't coach, but I love to direct. I grew up in the theater. My dad was a Shakespeare director, so I grew up in that, and I love just that idea of working with, and it's kind of the same thing for music. Working with not necessarily as the musician, but having an artist to play like an instrument. So
Yeah.
I can, you put a voice actor in the booth, and I can hear a million different ways they can do this. Put myself in the booth and I'm like, yeah, this guy's got I don't know, he's very one-dimensional. I don't know what he has, no personality. And you put somebody else in the booth where I get a chance to listen to them, and I get to, I get to hear their reactions and feel their reactions, and it just, for me, it just like pops up this world in my head, and I can see, let's try this, and let's do this, and let's take this character in this way maybe I hadn't thought of.
That's awesome.
And I really enjoy doing that. As much as I like acting, I think, the voice acting for me, to a certain extent, I think feels, I don't want to say it feels selfish, but it feels...
Are you saying voice actors have large egos? Are you saying actors have egos?
Actors have large egos. To me, it feels limiting for myself.
I understand.
I feel less, I feel like I can be less artistic as the performer than I can as somebody artistically
That is really
directing the actor.
Okay.
And same thing like as a composer, like, I'll write music. It's easier for me to sit back and hear the whole piece played. And,
do you
direct
prefer
that.
composition over performing?
You know what? I mean, music is a pain, man. It is, and
I always say music is a jealous lover. If you scorn it,
yeah,
it will burn you.
Yeah, and if you don't, it's like, it's like voice acting. It's like anything that you do. If you don't focus on it,
right,
you don't put your time and energy into it, you're not going to be successful at it, or you're not going to be as successful as you want to be. And especially if you're in LA, if you're playing at this level in LA, where you have some of the best musicians in the world. Some of the best musicians ever are coming through this town, and if you can't compete on that level, then you're not going to be. Then you can't necessarily do all the things that you want to do. And if I'm going to toil away in like a bar band for 5 people, then why do it in LA?
Exactly.
So, and kind of when I decided to quit playing music was when music career took off.
That's the way it goes. So for those of you that obviously many of you don't know, Tim is a phenomenal guitar player, and he is. Do you write for Urban Renewal Project?
A little bit. Mainly, it's an interesting group. It's essentially kind of the vision of one guy, and he put it together. He arranges and writes everything.
Okay.
And then as the lineup's gotten more stable, because there's between 12 and 18 people in the band at any given time.
Okay.
So it's hard. You can't get all these people to be participating in writing of the piece. And you don't always have, because there's so many people, and in LA you have lots of subs that come through, and you get different players. So as we've gotten a more stable lineup in the last couple of years, more of us have stepped in to help with the songwriting.
Okay. The band is called Urban Renewal Project. Is it urbanrenewalproject.com?
URP Music.
URPmusic.com. Definitely check it out. It's like I've seen him a couple times. It's like a mix of like Tower of Power and like, I don't even know.
Hip hop.
Yeah, hip hop and Tower of Power. If hip hop and Tower of Power had a baby, it would be Urban. I love their music. You should definitely check it out.
And it's been great. It's an interesting thing, because it's like, as much as I run all the voiceover stuff, whenever I was playing music, I was always running my bands. I was always the guy booking things. I was always writing everything, paying for everything, producing everything, getting all the CDs made. And this time I just get to show up and play, which is,
a good change.
Really, really cool to do. Obviously I do more. We all, I help drive the tour bus. I help blow it up. We all do, chip in and do everything. But to get a chance just to show up and play, and to not have to be the guy dealing with selling the merch. We all chip in and sell the merch, but I'm not responsible for it the way that I used to be. I'm not responsible for distribution. I'm not responsible for making sure everything's getting promoted the way it should. I'm not responsible for making sure we're getting paid at the end of the night, or calling rehearsals, scheduling everybody, trying to find a sub, doing all this, all this other stuff.
Okay. So given your proclivities in so many areas that are not really like getting in the booth, what was the experience like recording Ace Combat 7, recording Lancaster?
You know what? It was. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know what it was.
I don't think I knew what it was until. Did I? I can't remember. I might have guessed because I'm a gamer, right? And I may have seen some of the names. I might have guessed. I can't quite remember.
I didn't know. And also I didn't audition for Longcast, right? So I didn't even read for the part. I didn't even read for. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know the character when I went in to do it, and I just the first session we were in, director I'd never met, with people on the other line to another country that I'd never met, and. You just do a couple reads, you're like, yep, sounds great. Next one sounds great. And once we got into got 4 or 5 lines into it, they were like, yeah, you sound great. Just do what you do.
So I didn't know that you never read for Lancaster. You just kind of like.
I had read for other roles in the game.
And they booked you based on that.
Yeah.
Which happens a lot in the voice acting community. I very often book roles that I don't audition for, and some of them end up being pretty large, like Lancaster. I did an audition for one of my biggest anime, which is a Fate Apocrypha. Mm. That was like, I spent hours and hours, and I was a major character, and they didn't even audition me.
Right.
So it just kind of happens. That's how you build relationships and stuff like that.
Well, and I did. I'm in Hunter x Hunter the same way too.
Oh yeah, it's Hunter. We say Hunter Hunter.
Hunter Hunter.
We say Hunter Hunter in the anime community.
Hunter Hunter.
Which are you in the series?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Tesquera. Coming episode 60 or so.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I wonder if you have any scenes together. I'm Bloster, but he doesn't come in until episode 106.
Yeah, no, I'm in 7 to 8 episodes.
So have you done any anime? Like other than
just
that?
Just Hunter Hunter? No, I'm in Excel Infinity.
Okay.
World. That was the movie.
Sweet.
I'm Green Grande or Green Grenade.
Green
I don't even know who it is. So I am a failure at this.
Okay.
Of who I know. I was in the movie, and apparently I'm the first time the character ever speaks.
Well, that's cool.
He's in the series, but they never spoke.
Boy, so much of this is just sort of like fun. You're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going in there and talking, and
a lot of it. Well, a lot of it is like you build relationships, you make friendships, you get people. A lot of times I'll bring people in for audition that I'm like, oh, you'd be great for this role because I know who your personality is, and I know that you're going to fit into who this character is. I don't know. I don't have a TV. I don't watch TV. I
haven't had cable in 10 years.
Yeah, I'm probably the antithesis of do your homework as a voice actor, is that I don't study any of this stuff.
Which is funny because you do a lot of promo work, right?
I do a lot of promo, I do.
And the one thing, like all my promo agents are like, you need to be watching all the shows and listening to all the promos, and I'm like, I don't watch TV.
I don't watch TV. No.
But just like, people that don't play video games, occasionally you can grab a role in a video game if you're right.
Yeah, and a lot of it is like, I think it's, this is actually a discussion I've had with a couple people who come in for auditions, and, I don't know the game, but they come in, they're like, okay, so I know this scene is, this guy, he's respawned, he's coming back in, he did this at the battle, and I know that, this character has it, and I'm like, take him out of the game. Who is this character? Who is this person as a character?
That's really interesting.
And you build, because if you take this character out of the game, who is he? Who is he as an actor? What's his background? What's this character? What do they do?
Yep.
It's not, I know that when they approach this person that they yell really loud at them. I'm like, why?
Yeah. I think there's 2 dimensions. You have character and you have context. Yeah. And a lot of times, all they're giving you is the context, and sometimes it's the converse. Yeah. All they give you is this 9 pages of, and then it's like the line is grenade, and you're like, really? Did I need that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Did you have any experience with military stuff at all?
Not really. I was a Marine recruit for 17 hours.
I remember talking about that with you.
I did marching band. I did some, Civil Air Patrol stuff in high school.
Okay.
Some very minor, very, very peripheral stuff.
But talking about aircraft and aircraft type and did you ever hear the term AWACS in your life?
Yeah, I've heard all this. There wasn't anything here that was really unfamiliar. I knew about it. I paid attention. I've watched games. I've watched History Channel shows. I've watched stuff about the military.
Okay.
So I had a general idea of what what the context was.
Yeah.
For this, and yeah, beyond that, I mean, I don't think I even knew. Like I said, I didn't even really know what I was or what I was in the game or how big it was until recently we were on tour in March, and we were in Austin, and I was talking about this. I was like, oh yeah, I'm in this new game that came out, and I think it's like I play this guy like Longcast or something. Like my friend next to me, he goes, looks like Ace Combat 7, and I'm like, I guess so. He almost like spit his beer out. He's like, dude, that's my favorite game in the entire world. I've been waiting for that game to come out. He's like, dude, it came out and I already played through the entire thing. He's like, this is my friend I've known for 4 or 5 years,
Geeking
and he
out.
was like, and I was
Totally
like,
fanboy.
I was like, wow, I gotta check this thing out. Then he's like, why don't you tell anybody? I'm like, I don't know. It's like I didn't know it was a big deal. Like, and he's a musician, and he's like, oh, I was out on tour with these guys. And I'm like, why didn't you tell anybody? I was like, it's just part of the job. Like, I'm out on tour with these great musicians.
Yeah.
But it's when you're in that, it's what you do.
Yeah.
As opposed, and not, and it's different, I think, to have the perspective of being on the other side of things and, realizing the extent of what this is as it goes forward. Like, for me, it made us exist in that moment, but it has a life of its own that carries on.
Right.
And we had somebody in for an interview earlier in the last week. They were being interviewed for a podcast at my studio, and she talking about, I can't remember exactly what they were talking about, but she said, this is just look at where we are and look at what we're doing. For some people, where we are right now would be the pinnacle of what they want to do with their lives, and for us, it's just another day in what we do. And it's important to remember that where we are right now could be somebody's goal. Where we're sitting right now could be somebody, and it makes it kind of interesting to kind of put things into perspective of that sense. Is like, you think, okay, well, if I can reach that goal, then I'll be fine. And then you reach that one, you're on to the next one. But what was it like to be in that, in the position? Well, I remember the first time I went on tour, like, man, all I want to do, I've never been on tour. First tour is awesome, and now we've done 6 or 7, and you're like, all right, cool, I get to sit on a bus for 28 hours and, go play a bunch of shows, which is phenomenal. But then it I don't think it's ever become work.
Yeah.
But it becomes part of somewhat of a routine.
I get that.
You know?
I always tell people, like, man, I have the best problems. That's,
Right.
that's the thing I tell them.
I know,
Man,
right,
my problems are amazing. I love my problems.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, God, I have to go to, like, Indonesia for 3 weeks and play with a band. Oh,
exactly, yeah.
My problems are amazing.
Yeah, it's like, man, I have to get on an airplane and go to Jakarta.
So actually, let's give you a second to eat some food because you haven't taken a bite yet.
I'm
I've
hungry,
taken much.
no.
So what I'm going to do is I have some more questions, but I'll go through with you. But right now, in the chat, if you've got some questions for Tim Longcaster, drop them in the chat. I'll pick a couple out and we'll talk about it. And this will give him a few minutes to chew. And I'm going to chew as well. And we're just going to be awkward and chew like directly in the camera.
Yeah, where's the camera? Can we eat right in the camera? No. Alright. I'm like a big man. I've had like 3 really good meals the last days too. It was awesome.
Oh, important question we missed. What are you eating, Tim?
This is a bacon burger with onions. And
Yeah.
it's awesome.
It's good.
It like a good burger.
They took the jalapenos off, right?
They did, yeah. I wasn't feeling the jalapenos today.
I've been having a lot of burgers lately, so I'm having a shrimp po' boy, which is
Nice.
just fried shrimp sandwich and these tater tots. This place makes amazing tater tots.
Nice.
Look at the goldenness on this. I mean, just really, like, can you see that right there? Look at the
That's
detail.
pretty fantastic.
That's just wonderful. Oh, so everyone, the question that everyone's been asking is, and I see a couple here that are serious, but are burgers sandwiches? This is a long, pregnant pause.
I don't know. We have to ask the Earl of Sandwich.
That's true.
Depends on what a definition of a sandwich is.
If only the Earl was alive, we could figure this out. I'm of the opinion that burgers are sandwiches.
Interesting. I feel like they're...
I feel like, like all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares.
Okay.
I think all burgers are sandwiches,
But not all
sandwiches
sandwiches
are
are
not
not
burgers. Okay, let's see what else we've got up here. Oh my God, there's so many. Are hot dog sandwiches? How many questions about sandwiches can a group of people come up with?
A hot dog's a hot dog.
Hot dog is a hot dog. Stuffed between two pieces of bread. It is very difficult for me to follow this chat. The sandwich definition question caused a multiple-day debate in a philosophy class at NJMKSR's university. What's your favorite line from the game, Tim? Do you remember any of the lines? It was like 2 years ago. Did you lay it down? Because we had two iterations of the game. I remember recording a whole lot and then nothing for a year, and then I recorded a whole lot the next year. Did you do one group or like two groups?
I did 10 sessions in the first round, and then I think I did 2 or 3 in the second round.
That is a lot.
About a year later.
10 4 hours?
10 4-hour
Holy
sessions.
smokes. You did talk a lot.
And it was lots of 1, 2,
Oh, yeah.
Fox 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause
5.
They concatenated a bunch of your stuff.
Yeah.
Dang. Did you pick up on the idea of like all your lines being around food? Did you guys talk about it? Like, did you improv at all? Like, did you? And
No.
improv usually not kosher.
Not on this one. It was part of his personality, and I held an apple for every minute of every session. So I had a green apple in my hand, like this the entire time. And so at the end of every session, I either walked out with a green apple or I threw it away. And I would just sit.
Did you eat it?
No, I didn't eat it. I couldn't. You can't eat it in the middle of the session. But I would either eat it at the end or I would throw it away. But it gave me, I always had food in my hand for everything that I did.
Just to like remember that your
Just
life
remember
was
I
all
had
about
food. Yeah, I mean it was so I had an apple, and I would think like if something was happening, I'd be like I'd look at my apple, and be like man, or whatever. It was just a little prop to remind me, and I guess that was your ketchup, but
There's no such thing as my ketchup in this house.
oh, good. Yeah, so I held, and that was in the very beginning, because I picked it up in the first session, and then I realized that then I had to hold it for every session after that, because it was part of who the character became after that first session.
Talking about, so do you remember any of the lines? When did you rap?
I'd say it's been close to 3 years.
Wow. So you don't remember a single damn line that you said?
I mean, I remember literally. I mean, it was. When I say 1, 2, 3, 4, that's about what I remembered out of this. Or on your left, on your right, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Would just run, just an hour of running through numbers, and so.
I'm reading here that at some point you made a joke about putting meat between those buns.
Probably.
Do you recall that at all?
I don't.
NJMKSR, do you know the line?
Out of context, it's just like, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Right, no.
I mean, I can guess.
In the session, yeah. I mean, in the session, it was like, okay, I don't know what. Okay, let's do it.
Let's see. Someone posits that hot dogs are tacos, which I think is probably closer to hot dogs being sandwiches.
I guess so. Yeah, it's just closer to.
Yeah, I see a lot of line-specific questions, but again, like we've wrapped this. I don't remember any of my until I played the game, and I heard myself going "Burn, bitches," which is my favorite line from the game.
Right.
So, okay, for both of us, when we're recording lines, is it smooth from line to line, or were there times where you needed to take multiple takes to get a line just right? So usually in video game work, and this happens pretty much everywhere, is you'll have a big long script, and sometimes you may have context, sometimes you may have other lines, a lot of times you don't. Yeah. And the director will be like, okay, next line, and you'll give them an A take and a B take. And so like there's already multiples, and if you hit it on one of the two, they'll be like, okay, next, next, because you've got thousands of lines to get through sometimes, and there's just not time to really drill in. But every once in a while, the director will be like, okay, do it this way, or like you're angry or something like that. Yeah.
When we first started, I think the first session we did was the longest, because we were just trying to get into the feeling of the character, into the world, and what was going to work. Especially since I didn't know, had I auditioned for the character, then I would say, okay, cool, they like my audition for this character, I'll just do what I did in the audition. since they hadn't heard me read for this character,
Yeah.
read for the role, then we didn't know what I was going to do with it when I got there, which is slightly different than stuff I've done before.
So now I think that you sound pretty similar to Lancaster, just straight laced.
I just did myself, yeah.
Yeah, because someone on here was like, you sound a little bit different. It probably is the Twitch stream, but you weren't putting on an accent or anything. Like it was just you.
Well, I mean, I definitely let my like Washington accent come through sometimes.
Okay.
Which is for some reason slightly southern.
Okay.
Every once in a while, so if I get
Washington State or Washington DC?
State, yeah,
okay.
Washington State. We have this little southern drawl from Washington State for some reason.
I could see that.
So that was just me being a little more. As we got into it, I think I got a little more relaxed. I was definitely a little more formal to start with until we kind of started to roll into the character and realize that I could just be a little more relaxed. And then really it became easy because it just had to be me. I just had to show up and do what I do, which is really the best thing you can ever hope for as a character. Is
That's the best thing is just be you. Got it.
Be you. Yeah, that I can do. That I can do. Which is what a lot of I do the promo stuff that I do, the show that I narrate is just me being me, which makes it easy, and I love doing the games, and I wish I could do more of these. And I love
that was
doing
actually the next
stuff,
question I was going to say. So like someone asks, Ori Mark asks for both of us, do you prefer voice acting in games or movies or anime? And for you, like, so what? Would you like to do more games? Are there other types of games you want to do?
I'd love to do more games. It's really interesting, like, because we did doing Pillars of Eternity, and doing that from the engineering standpoint, I got to hear all of the direction for all of the characters, and to hear basically like it's like a master class as an actor. You get to hear, I heard 20 different roles get directed, and what they wanted and how the actors would do this, and some and these guys anybody who's in Pillars of Eternity, they're all phenomenal actors. So to hear what they do with a role, and I even auditioned for the game. I had auditioned for Pillars, so to hear people do roles that I had auditioned for, and I went, oh yeah, I totally know why I didn't get that role. And to hear that, and you're like, okay, that's the choice you made, and that makes way more sense than the choice I made.
One of my first auditions in Los Angeles when I moved out here was actually for the lead role in the Castlevania Netflix series.
Yeah.
And like we played with it forever. Like I spent a lot of time on it. And then ultimately when I turned on the Netflix animation, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad they didn't cast me because that's amazing. Because that dude is awesome. He's perfect, Trevor Belmont. It was cool.
Yeah.
The line was, put the meat between those buns and that burger is well done.
All right.
That's apparently what the line was.
Nice. Well, put the meat between those bones.
Yep. Refers to blowing up the platforms in Mission 11, which I don't know that we'll get through today, but there's like towers with like a structural support in the middle, and basically you have to fly low and shoot a missile in between some support struts.
Gotcha. Okay.
What's the average, Shakugan86 asks, what's the average delay between voice acting and release? It depends. Ace Combat was several years. When I did the Fox McCloud thing, that released like 2 weeks later. It was insane. I don't even know how they produced it. There's sometimes it's like a couple of months. Most of the time it's at least 6 months.
It was when we did Pillars. I think it was 6 weeks.
Whoa!
After we wrapped our main sessions that they were, and then we went right into the DLC right after that. And they started putting the DLC. I think by the end of last year, they'd already put out 2 DLCs, the game and 2 old DLCs.
That's fast.
in one year. Yeah.
Put it this way: normally, when I book a role in a video game, I have to mark it on my calendar when the game releases because I forget. By the time the game comes around, that I can now talk about this role.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what Lancaster means? Because I don't.
It's a call sign or something?
Well, and it's his call sign, yeah, but like, what does it mean?
Literally, that's all I think. I have no idea.
We had a whole contest on this channel about trying to guess what my call sign was in the Air Force.
No.
I gave away... What did I give away? What did I give away? I gave away a microphone.
Nice.
I don't know that the person who guessed it is in the chat.
I don't know. I cast a long shadow. I oversee everything.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll buy that.
That's kind of where I was,
Full band, I thought was like maybe the frequency band, the full frequency band, which I guess means I'm like super loud. I don't know.
Or you're the ears.
I guess, yeah. I did collect a lot of intel, so streaming or catching the full band.
Yeah.
There is a best of Longcaster video on YouTube. I'm hearing. So we'll watch that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Let's see. A lot of sandwich debates.
Man, you know what? I gotta go with the burgers, not a sandwich.
Really?
A burger is a unique entity in and of itself. It's a burger.
That sounds pretty deep. That sounds a lot deeper than I went.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna say.
I guess if someone was like, "Hey, come over to my house. I'm gonna make you a sandwich," and then they handed me a burger, I would be upset.
What I came over for. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I came over and he handed me like a tuna sandwich right now, I'm like, I want a burger, and he gave me a tuna sandwich, I'd be like, I don't know what this is.
All right, I can buy that.
You know?
All right, we're over here in the chat. God, you guys are talking a lot.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to listen to the soundtrack?
No.
Because it's excellent. I think you'll like it.
Really?
Someone asked, Yuri P asked, what do you think about the soundtrack? So we'll listen to it when we're in the game.
Yeah.
I hope like when we'll finish up here, we'll take a couple more questions and then we'll get into the game a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm always down for questions. These are fun.
Aaron of the Ages, I don't understand your question. Has anyone ever asked Joe what plane he asked? And if I'm the first, what was it? If you can clarify. Oh, what plane he flew. So a lot of people keep thinking, like, and this happens all throughout, like, yes, I was in the Air Force. No, I was not a pilot. I was an intelligence officer, much like Full Band was. And I made the joke that the studio that hired me to play Full Band has 3 times now hired me to play an intelligence officer and killed me. And I died in the whatever the show was. So Aaron of the Ages, I did not fly a plane. However, I am a licensed pilot. I fly single engine land, which is like Cessna stuff, but I did not fly for the Air Force. Spy Roof Warfang, of course I'd be willing to play Fox and whatever else they made. Fox was one of my favorite roles ever. I cannot keep up with you all. Do you have a favorite aircraft, Tim? Oh, I'm finally at the bottom of the chat.
Me?
Oh no, I'm not at the bottom of the chat. Yeah, do you have a favorite aircraft?
You know, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a fighter pilot.
I feel like I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
So did you have a plane you wanted to fly?
Well, I'm a kid of the 80s, man. I wanted to be Top Gun.
So you wanted to fly Tomcats?
Oh, yeah, dude.
F-14s?
Yeah. I remember seeing Top Gun in the movie theater. I was like, hell yeah. That's what I want to do. But this wasn't anything I ever made happen. That's a whole different culture and lifestyle from where I grew up. That would have been a massive shift in everything in my life to go into the military. So
That's what it does to you.
changed
my course
Yeah.
completely.
Yep.
Although I'm an actor now, so that's weird.
Right. Yeah.
Highway to the Burger Zone is now what they're... Highway to the Burger Zone. Tomcat is best bird. People, okay, so I've seen this question a couple of times, and I don't really think like we have an opinion, but how do you justify? Because you reference an Italian bistro, I think maybe several times in the game.
Yeah.
In a world that does not contain Italy. Did you notice that when you were recording? Did you mention it? Like, hey, there's no Italy here.
I don't know what the world was.
So
I didn't know any of that stuff.
Here's the great curveball for you: is the world they're in is actually called Strange Reel.
Yeah,
and it's just
I've learned this.
It's
now,
like if you take a bunch of Baltic countries and like swap the letters around, that's basically the world they're in. But you say straight up like we're going to an Italian bistro, and everybody like kind of called it out. It's like, oh, there's no Italy.
Well, there could be. I mean, it could be in a parallel universe. I don't know. It could be somewhere. I just invented it. I don't know. Maybe Lancaster is so good at food, he's inventing things. I don't
Okay, I'm now at the bottom of the chat. If you have any more questions for Tim, drop them in there because now I'll be able to see them as they come up. And if I missed your question, please post it again because I was scrolling through hundreds and hundreds of messages here. Italy is a town in Spain. Nice, thanks. And I'm going to eat my tater tots.
Yeah, eat those tater tots.
You want to try one? They're good.
Yeah, I'm a tater tot, dude.
What's the favorite voiceover project you've done?
Well, I do a series on History Channel right now called Toy Makers. That is a lot of fun. It's all about custom cars and motorcycles.
Yeah.
Which is right up my alley. So I just like, I get to talk about all these like custom cars and stuff they're building. So I get to hear about all these builds and talk about them before the show airs. That's a lot of fun. I did narrate another series on History Channel, actually right around the same time that I was doing Longcaster, called Evil Genius, which came out in. It never aired in the U.S., but it aired in like all the other.
Evil Genius was a show. Evil Genius was also a PC game that was.
Yeah, and it's also a Netflix series now.
All right.
But this was a History Channel series. It was an 8-episode series that we did. It aired in like Asia and UK and Australia, I think. And that was 8 or 10 episodes on the most ingenious crimes of the last 100 years.
Love it.
And it was awesome, like to hear
real crime stories are fun.
Real crime stories, and since they were within the last 100 years, most of them had either happened in the last like 10 or 15 or 20 years. So they actually they either got to go and interview the person involved, the actual person who committed the crime, or people who were involved in it. So it wasn't. You hear a lot of like history, crime stories about people, and nobody's alive anymore. So it's all like, all way back in the day. And this one was like, you hear people who worked on this project, or who were the security guards at this bank when it got robbed, or who were actually involved in the crime. That was pretty cool.
That's cool, dude.
It was a lot of fun.
A couple questions about your car proclivities. Do you like? Damn it! This chat window is it's destroying me right now. Okay. There we go. This is Tim. Does Tim like JDM cars like Nissan Skylines and Toyota Supras?
Oh man, I'm an American car guy.
Yeah.
I drove Jeeps for years. I have a Harley. I currently drive a Volkswagen though.
Okay.
So
so much for the American thing.
That was the American thing. No, man, there's nothing like, the very first Jeep I had, like I rebuilt from the ground up, tore it apart, put a new engine in it.
Damn, I can't build anything, so that's amazing.
It took me like a month to put an engine in, which should be like a 3-day project.
I put together a bookshelf yesterday, and it took me about a month.
Yeah.
Do you have a game that you would like to be in? Well, like, you're not really a gamer, so you don't really know what's out there, but it's
I
just
don't know. I mean, I love... I think any of the more like some of the cinematic stuff where I got to anything I guess where I would get to know and develop and create a character, I think would be great.
Just kind of get into it a little bit.
Yeah, where you get a chance to kind of live in the story and the history of who the character is. I mean, anything. I guess I don't really. I don't play, and not because I don't enjoy it or don't want to. I mean, every time I've sat down and played a few times with people, and they're and I enjoy it, but it's so much. It's for me. It's same thing. Why I don't necessarily watch movies or watch TV is that there's so much. When I get into it, I want to get into 100%. I want to watch that whole series. I want to watch the entire thing. I want to get into this game and beat this game. I want to do this. I want to learn everything I can about the game, and I want to. Oh, okay, well now there's 6 other Ace Combat. Let me get everything, and and I think I mean, I would like I said, I grew up. I was we would go down. I would gather all my quarters and go down and play Super Mario Brothers when it came out as long as I could, and try and play it forever. And
you crushed that game.
Oh no, it crushed me every time. But it was. It was just, it was such an obsession when I was younger. And now I have different obsessions, I guess,
Yeah. It's all, yeah.
So, I'm having more tater tots because things are good.
Steak Man likes your leather jacket.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What kind of Jeep did you build?
This first one was an 87 Cherokee.
Oh, wow. I might have thought immediately went to Wrangler, just for...
Well, I had a Wrangler, I had an 87 Cherokee that ended up basically building up the kind of the. I had it for a long time, and it just kind of clutch went out, transmission went out, engine went out. So put a lift on it, put new wheels, new tires, put a new engine in it. Got that thing good stuff. Oh, thank you. And that thing was awesome when I got done with it. But it was a small engine, it was only like a 4-cylinder. So you get a big lift and big tires on there, and you're barely doing 50 on the freeway. And then after that, I had 2 Wranglers. And then 2 Grand Cherokees, after that, and then now I got bought a Volkswagen,
Yeah.
which I actually really like. Yeah.
So, a couple questions for both of us. Well, I think the answer is no to this question. Did you interact with the production game staff at all, or was it outsourced and segmented from the main development? So, voice acting is usually brought in very late in a game's development, unless you are doing like full performance capture, in which case you're brought in mid-development. But there's a whole lot of work done by a whole lot of tired and smart people before voice actors ever get in the booth. So, especially in a case like where you're localizing a game from across the ocean, I had no interaction for the most part with like Bandai Namco or anybody on the AC development team. It was like the production studio or the studio had gotten the script, the director was there, he had a vision, and that's the way it went. Is there any? I mean, is there anything?
I was slightly different. I actually had.
I was going to ask you
I had
because
Japan. Japan was on the line. We had Japan on the line the whole time.
Did I have Japan on the
And
line? I can't even
we had a
remember.
translator in the room with us to help translate.
Okay, I don't think I had that, but you had 40 hours of sessions, and I had
40 hours
maybe
sessions,
10.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah.
Any cool voice projects coming up you could talk about?
Nothing I can talk about. I just did something. I did something last week that will be out with people on the computer. You can see somewhere at some point.
Yeah, like that's kind of the way it goes with us. Like our most exciting stuff, and then by the time it comes out, it's not that you're not excited about it anymore. It's that
Right.
it's like when I write my books, right? I write a book and it gets published a year and a half later, and it's like,
Right.
oh yeah, I wrote a book. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you just completely forget
Yeah.
about it, and it was cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
on my unique instance is Sega allowed the actors for the new Yakuza game to talk about it. So I'm actually like one of the side characters in Yakuza Judgment coming out this summer, which is going to be pretty cool. Greg Chun, who's the voice of Count in AC7, he's the lead, and I'm basically his plucky, annoying
really?
sidekick. And that's a lot of fun. So yeah, we got some Yakuza stuff coming up, and I'm sure both of us have stuff that's I'm excited about this year. I just can't talk about it yet.
Yeah.
Yes, Stonehenge 88, I am in Judgment. When Project Judgment comes out, would you be open to doing... Of course! Open to doing a playthrough with Greg? Yeah, I hope to do something with Greg when it comes out. Maybe Crispin Freeman's in it too. There are a couple other people we
nice.
know that
Yeah,
I
that's
probably
good.
would hook up with and say hi.
Nice.
Okay. Sweet. All right, so we may take a few more questions at the very end, but why don't we take like a break?
Sure.
We're going to set up... Actually, I want to hear from you guys. What mission do you want Tim to play? Obviously, like I think it should be one with Longcaster. You know, the strange part is, I die right before you come into the game.
Really?
So like we're never in a scene together because after the AWACS that I very much think killed me. I think Bandog, you're a bastard and you killed me. So the Bandog was like the prison AWACS.
Gotcha.
And then as soon as it switches over, Longcaster takes over. So let's
okay.
pick a Longcaster. Everybody says Mission 11. So we're gonna play. We're gonna play Mission 11. Okay, so we're gonna go. I'm not gonna go offline, but I'm gonna put my my going live screen up, and we will get ready for some Ace Combat. Give us 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Thank you. Oh, there's the audio I'm hearing is my screaming children. Can you close the door, babe? Thank you. Okay, now you guys should be able to hear us, right? I can see the...
Is it going?
There's a delay, so we get
yeah.
this.
Yeah. Sound is back. Yes, it's back. We
Loud
hear
and
you.
clear.
Loud and clear. All right.
Okay, so I put him on easy mode. And,
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So we're gonna go through mission 11. And I don't know. Should we give him the novice controls, or should we keep him on expert controls?
Hey man, we go down. What difficulty is this? Yeah.
Oh yes. Expert controls. Everyone wants you to play expert controls.
Yeah.
Okay, so expert
Therefore,
controls.
you're half banned now apparently
Yeah.
since you're the other half. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. So
Whoa!
So
Okay.
if you sit side by side like you have a Wizzo, you have somebody in the side seat.
Yeah.
Like we were saying that guy's name is
Oh
half
right,
banned.
yeah.
That's just like that's what we've been talking about.
I'm on expert here apparently.
No, you got okay. Expert controls, but we'll
Okay.
keep you on easy difficulty.
Okay.
And so that means that you're in order to turn, you actually have to do what an airplane really does, which is
okay.
roll and pitch up.
Okay.
You don't actually you don't
After this?
turn like a car in
Right.
an airplane. You know?
Yeah.
You yaw.
Okay.
You don't
Yeah.
yaw. You.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Please let him play Nugget controls.
is that?
Nugget controls is like the easy controls.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
This could be a very short.
Oh, so this is the one I was talking about where you have to
Oh, there's the okay.
the things.
Yeah.
That's the meat in the burger.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Let's see. Let's
Are
see
we
what
going in
happens. Hit X.
All right.
Half band's doing fine, Hoffman. Thanks for asking. After.
Trigger, count. We've received official confirmation about what we're supposed to do.
Let's get a little bit less bleed.
The company commander has made it clear he'd like you both to officially join our squadron. This is an unprecedented move. Seems like you've got some people looking out for you.
Nah.
Still,
Yeah.
I think it's because of how you've conducted yourselves. I believe you'll be...
I remember all this stuff now.
Okay, it's time for your briefing.
Thought we were already in the briefing.
For a long time, our counteroffensive has been overpowered by the Erusian drone's auto-intercept system. If a craft enters their airspace...
Everyone
it doesn't
shuts up for
respond to
Jameson
their
Price.
IFF, drones automatically take off
Doesn't matter who you are.
and move to intercept their target. However, we've discovered that the intercept system has a blind spot.
Oh.
We've acquired this valuable information by sending our other squadrons on dangerous missions to scout the whole area and initiate combat. Of all the pilots assigned to us, only 2 managed to survive the mission. If
Henry
we don't
Bacon, I have
act
no
now
idea why the
before
game took
enemy
so
can
long.
fill in the
I don't know.
blanks, those
We're not
pilots
privy to
will
that kind of
sacrifice
information
themselves
most of the
Yeah.
time. And I will get you your book. It's in my
We've
car,
been ordered
by
to
the way.
carry out a
I just haven't dropped it
long-range
off at the post
strategic
office.
strike. Operating separately from the main forces as the Long-Range Strategic Strike Group, we've been developing a strategy in secret. Cyclops Squadron
Like
and
I'm learning how to
Strider
walk
Squadron
again here.
are
I know,
sorting
right?
deep
It's
into
gonna
the
be-
Erusian
It's not actually, I mean, there is gimbals in there, so I don't know why
Yeah.
I don't use it, but you have to use the
long-range
sticks.
attack
Yeah.
strategies. You will carve your way through the territory from the north to the capital of Farbanti, attacking important targets along the way. The first operation will involve striking the enemy's main naval force, the Njord fleet, which is gathered in northern Eugene. We've known for some time that there's a large supply base utilized by the enemy fleet in the waters around Snyder's Top. At present, the enemy fleet is concentrated there. Naturally, they intend
Anymore.
to attack eastern Eugene, where the Ostian...
I can send a URP shirt if they want a shirt.
We can
All right.
surprise the enemy.
I don't ever think-
along
Okay,
with
guys,
the
so we're just talking a little offline for a second. We're going to do some giveaways at the end of the stream, so stick around. I'll give away some books. Tim sounds like he wants to give away a shirt.
highly likely
And
that
if I give away a book, Tim will sign it too, which is not the way authors usually do things, but it's cool.
Yeah.
fleet is
Doesn't normally work
probably
that way.
on the We've verified the existence of a large supply base in the sea, as well as a medium-sized one in a valley by an estuary.
Put some meat between those buns.
Wide operation
Yeah.
area. There are a number of places you can expect large-scale...
Good luck. They got him. Spell my name correct. Well, it's written up there.
It is written up
Nah,
there.
okay.
But, dude, that doesn't mean anything. my name is written on every email anybody gets,
Right.
and I get like Z-E-I-G-A, and like
Yep.
letters that just aren't even in there.
Yeah. Well, and I think we called you Zieja forever.
Yeah, I get a lot of
Times
Z-Ha,
our
Z-A-Ha.
pilots
Yeah.
cannot.
Yep.
We don't want any
Zieja.
casualties out
Yeah, I
there.
can see that one.
Remember that.
I always know it's like a telemarketer when they ask Mr.
Counterattack has
Friedlander.
begun.
Yeah.
Mr. Friedlander? No, Mr. Friedlander here. You got the wrong. At the wrong place. Burger Combat 7.
Burger Combat.
What kind of sandwich do I prefer? I'm gonna go with the Reuben pastrami from Cantor's,
Ooh, that's fantastic.
man.
Cantor's Reuben is great.
and that's not a burger.
Definitely.
That
not
is
a burger.
definitely a sandwich.
Even though there is meat between
there is
two,
meat
and it's a
between
hot
two
sandwich.
pieces of bread. Yeah, yeah.
Henry Bacon,
Yeah.
thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.
Hey, sweet. See you, man.
All right, so you can hit X through all this stuff.
Okay. Alright. This is the platforms. Start frigate, aircraft carriers, destroyers. Alright.
Well, let's take a look at our aircraft.
Oh,
Oh, no!
Oh! Oh no!
Oh no, no, you're good here.
You're good?
So,
Okay.
all right, what are we making him fly, guys? Do we want to have him fly the fish bed? Or you want to have see what happens with a fish bed in this, or do you want to go with something like crazy like the XO2?
Oh, we got an XO2 already. ZO2. Just to try.
Okay, everybody wants you to fly.
XO2 or the
Or
S?
this, no, I don't think he's gonna be good with the pulse laser at this. Let's give him some edge here.
Give me my Tomcat. Yeah.
I don't even think I have a Tomcat
It's
purchased.
Tomcat, yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and purchase a Tomcat?
We'll go. What we
I
got
don't think
here.
I have. I don't think I have the money for it.
Fly something with the wings.
Yeah, we'll do with wings. So, get this man a Tomcat. All right, give me the controller for a second. I may not have enough MERP because we spent it
Okay.
all in the XO2 last time.
Alright.
Oh, guys, no, I can't. I have 5,000 MERPs. I need a lot more than 5,000 to get a Tomcat. I need 70,000. Sorry, we can't do the Tomcat. We spent it all. We spent it
man.
all in the last stream.
Alright.
Sorry, guys. All right, so it's your pick. The only thing I probably wouldn't recommend is I wouldn't recommend the Su-34 full back.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't recommend the MiG-21 because it's a shitty old airplane.
Yeah, right, yeah.
If you want something super high tech, you go with the XO2. That's not even a
Okay.
real airplane.
Yeah. Everybody seems to be in either the XO2 or the S57.
Try the XO2. I didn't even fly it during my stream, so let's see.
So right there?
Yeah, on the bottom.
Cool. And thanks for that. Alright.
That's the only option you have.
That's what I get?
Yep, that's it. Hit X.
Okay.
Let's go select parts
Okay.
and just select everything.
Okay. We just going down like this?
Yeah, just go down like
Cool.
that. We can do it with the 4AM. Have some faith, guys.
That's everything. Okay.
Cloaked Enigma is like super upset about the fish bed,
What's the fish bed?
the MiG-21.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Cool. Where are we at here then? Oh. Get back out.
Yeah,
We gotta go over. Okay.
you know.
Cool.
And then let's sortie. Let's do it.
Alright.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete.
Okay.
Sortie
What do I
ASAP.
got here, dude? Okay.
Oh, my poor PlayStation. It's like super hot.
It's, it's working overtime. Man.
It's working overtime.
So is there like a die the quickest record I get to win?
If
here
you just
somewhere?
like, let's see.
But
if it's
just
gonna let you-
crash right
I don't
away?
think it's gonna let you take off. I don't think this is a.
Okay.
Your first mission is to refuel midair.
Oh, you're gonna start with an
I can
aerial
just start to
refueling.
refuel. Okay.
My lead.
All right.
Okay, so
Okay.
essentially like
Okay.
match the far box
Yeah.
with the close box.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, we got.
There
There
you
we
go.
go. Okay.
There you go. Up, 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 up.
Oh, we're going up there. Oh,
Yep.
there we go. Okay.
Too far.
Yep. This thing's touchy, man.
And so your the back right trigger here,
Yeah.
this is accelerate. The
Okay.
back left trigger is decelerate.
Okay.
So you're eventually. Well, it looks like you might be catching up,
Okay.
but you may have to accelerate.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Okay.
You got to be very light on the sticks.
Yeah,
1,500 meters
totally.
to tanker.
Give it some juice.
Yeah, which one's what?
Give it some juice.
Which other, right?
Yeah. But don't forget to slow down after you get close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, you can also yaw in this one, so
Okay.
that might be so level out if you
That's
can
okay.
get level with the airplane, the tanker
Yep.
level, so your wings will be level. Now use these triggers up front, like the
Okay.
closer triggers,
Yeah, yeah.
and you can yaw back and forth.
Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
1,500
All right,
meters
give him
to
some
tanker.
afterburners. Just there we go. Let's get close to the airplane.
Too fast. Lower airspeed.
Oh wow, the wings fold, huh? Okay. If you press the two yaw buttons at the same time, it'll automatically level.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Nice.
Let's get right up in its butt. Let's find that boom. There you go. Don't be afraid. Give it some juice. Now give it some. Yeah. All right. A little slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Oh, you're going the wrong way. What are you doing?
Trying to find the brakes.
All right. Now,
Oh, this
out,
is
level out,
awesome. This
level
is
out.
awesome.
Go up.
This is awesome.
All
right.
Refueling tanker. Altitude is too low.
How many people are out there screaming at me right now?
I think pretty much everyone is.
Yeah,
having
probably
having
everybody.
a
I
panic
know.
attack.
I know.
100 meters to tanker.
All right, let's go
Everybody's
ahead.
freaking out right
Let's
now.
go ahead and press the options button unless you want to crash in the tanker.
Yeah, what happens if we crash?
And I think you just fail it. All right.
Yeah.
If you could find the tanker again.
Yeah, where's
It's
it?
to your left.
Is it right there?
It's to your
Is
left.
there?
Yeah. No. I'm gonna kind of point to it on the screen. It's up there.
All right.
There it is.
Oh, there
There
we
it
go.
is.
There we go. Okay. Let me get you.
There we go.
There we go.
Meters. You have permission to access the
Okay.
refueling.
Oh, there you go. You got it.
All right. Let's get back to this
Altitude
thing.
is too low. Climb.
I'm climbing.
Don't
dude.
listen to him. They give you the worst directions.
Yeah.
All the air traffic controllers are high in this game.
Yeah, totally. All right.
You only have 5 seconds left. Here, we'll pass you through.
Prepare to re-engage.
Oh, this is awesome.
All right, go ahead and press the options button.
Yeah.
We'll get into the mission.
Which one's that one?
This up here.
Cool.
Follow my lead.
Trigger, your call sign is Strider 1. You will be leading Strider Squadron.
That's me.
Count. You'll be Cyclops.
There you are.
I've never heard any of this stuff.
Cyclops 1.
This is crazy. Oh, that's funny.
Sorry, but I'm gonna eat while I work.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fuzzy when I'm too hungry.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Talk about food. Trigger, how come you're number one and I'm stuck as number two? Oh well, I guess I can let it slide for now.
Yeah.
Who does number 2 work for?
I heard you're spectacular, Captain. At least with your last squadron. I don't want you slowing us down out there.
I don't know if Jason's guy's in this.
Strider 1.
Okay.
Back to the return line if you need repairs or fuel.
Go ahead and
How many heart attacks have we had out
bank
there?
left.
Yeah.
Bank left and head over that way. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Hit the burner. Give it some juice. You pretty much almost always want to be. You just hold it down, and you're going to be going quite fast.
Yeah.
There we are. All right, so let's keep it on missiles. It's going to automatically. You're right now. You're targeting that destroyer there.
Gotcha.
Once you get within 2,000.
Near the valley platform.
I don't know if it's meters, but
Where's our, what do we got for controls here?
your circle will launch the missile.
Gotcha.
So let's go ahead and hit that destroyer.
Strider 3 engaging.
Okay.
Cyclops 3
Hit it.
engaging.
Cyclops 4 engaging.
Thanks for the sub, Kanya.
Say
All right,
goodbye.
so now go ahead and that's your blinking target there.
Gotcha.
That's what you're at. And
Okay.
then if you want to switch targets, it's triangle, but don't right
Smash
now.
up
Shoot,
that whole thing.
shoot again.
That'd be a tall order. Just destroy the boats, aircraft, and AA weaponry.
Nice.
Let's do what the chicks say.
So you have someone shooting a missile at you. When you have a missile on you, you just want to like start banking,
Yeah.
like really pull up hard,
Okay.
and you see the arrows kind of directing you back at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Roll out.
Box 2.
Pop 2 missiles at it once you get the red. There you go. Hit it. You can only fire 2 at a time.
Gotcha. How did it
Oh
do?
no!
Ugh. We're so close.
Ouch, Hauptmann. What's wrong with you? Already doing better than Joe. it
Okay.
says. Come on,
this
man.
is making sense. This is making sense. All right.
Yeah,
Some checkpoint?
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Everyone types F.
While I work. My judgment goes fuzzy when I'm too hungry. How can you talk about food?
How can you not talk about
Trigger,
food?
how come you're number one and I'm stuck as number two?
All right, go ahead and bank left again.
I guess I can let it
It's gonna
slide
be
for
over
now.
there.
Okay.
You can see the radar on your bottom left.
There we, oh, I got
White
there
white
we go.
markers are your targets.
Okay.
Blue targets. Blue markers are your allies.
I don't want you slowing us down out there.
So you go for the destroyer, or you can. I mean, this is like kind of a blow up as much as you can in a time limit mission.
Totally. Okay.
All right, bank in there.
Half of us are resupplying. We need time.
We're near the valley
There we go.
platform.
Damn it! They caught us getting ready to deploy. Hurry it up!
Strider 3
Hold up.
engaging.
Strider 1 is down.
All right, let's see. Someone requested
Use novice controls, please. Take pity. Take
Can I
pity.
control? Let's see. Can I do it in the?
We over here?
Can I do it in the
I was doing so well, man. All right.
Sorry.
All right, try again.
flight option
You guys roll.
controller? Where is it? Is it not in here? Flight system. Okay.
There we go.
Standard. Turn by tilting the left stick to the left or right. Okay, so when you want to turn very quickly, you hold these two triggers, like basically the gas and the brake at the same
Gotcha,
time,
okay.
and you'll burn speed. So if you get below a certain speed, you'll stall, so you can't use it all the time.
All right. Okay.
But I'm gonna eat while I work.
Okay, so now it's just gonna turn you like this.
Oh,
You don't
oh,
have
so
to. You don't have to
yawn on
roll
it.
up. You
Gotcha.
don't have to roll.
Okay.
Trigger, how come you're number 1 and I'm stuck as number 2?
There you
I
go.
guess
Okay.
I can let it slide for now.
Okay.
And we're just supposed to follow
There
you.
we go.
I hear
Okay.
you're spectacular.
And if you want to turn super fast, you pull both back triggers at the same time,
I don't want you
and
slowing us down out
you'll turn
there.
it quite
Okay.
pretty quickly. But you'll
Cool.
bleed speed.
Gotcha.
Strider
Okay.
1, head back to the return line if you need repairs or fuel. Aircraft's need
And
E2
we'll
in order
also
to be
do this.
effective.
Okay,
Yep.
that's still our
Speed it up.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
Go ahead and hit triangle. And now you're going to target some of the stuff on the platforms rather than over there. When
Okay.
you hit triangle, it's going to kind of like go to whatever's in front of you.
Gotcha.
Now there's a bunch of crap there.
Yeah.
Just wait until you.
I get something red in
Until you
here.
get some- now it's slowed down a little bit.
Cyclops 3
Shoot.
engaging.
Cyclops
Circle.
4
There we
engaging.
go. There we go.
Unless you want to hit it with guns.
Yeah.
There you go. You blew something up. You got your first 150 points.
Nice, nice.
That's a Harrier jet that's shooting you. Someone's shooting with guns. I thought this was supposed to be easy.
Yeah, dude.
Let's do what the chick said.
Alright, so if you hit triangle,
Yeah.
when there's something in front of you, there you go.
Gotcha.
Shoot. Shoot him. You're going to shoot down a Harrier, looks like. Is that a AV-8? Yeah. Harriers take 2 missiles, hit him again.
Box 2.
There you go.
Bullseye.
There's your first air-to-air kill.
All right.
Impressive.
Most impressive.
Oh, there's something down there.
Structural
Shoot it.
reinforcements. They're small.
There you go.
Impossible to hit.
Anything not in the air,
Yeah.
or it usually only takes one, well, at least bullets take one.
Okay.
Go down. Righto. Copy. Roger.
Loss of the platform was not anticipated. Without this base, we'll have to rethink our whole strategy.
All right, let's go ahead and sweep that bridge.
Where's that? Where's that?
The enemy's got a lock.
It sometimes makes more sense just to change your target to what's in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot. And hit triangle, switch a different target. All right, you're gonna shoot.
Fox 2.
That's you. That's you yelling Fox 2.
Hell yeah.
Take that missile off, Cyclops 3.
That was close. If you ever find yourself like heading at the ground like that,
Yeah.
popping that high G turn,
Yeah.
getting out of there.
It's like a ship is trying to escape from the lower level.
Looks like we caught him by surprise.
Say goodbye.
Hit triangle. Hit something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it.
You hit something.
It's something. Yeah.
Pull up. Someone shoots us.
Yeah, someone's got me.
Oh boy. Pull up! No!
It's trying.
Yeah, we picked this one because Tim's in it a lot. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense for him to fly Mission 5, even though I know you guys want to see me die again, you jerks.
You know, I lasted okay.
You lasted good. You
I
want
did
to try one more
okay.
time?
Yeah, do it again. It'll be fine. I figure out things work.
Sorry, but I'm gonna eat while I work. My judgment goes fuzzy when I'm too hungry. How can you
Yep.
talk about food?
How can I talk about food?
Trigger.
So it's over
how
to
come
your
you're
left. You can
number
head right
one and I'm
there.
stuck as number
Okay.
2. Oh well, I guess I can let it slide for now. And we're just supposed to follow you? I heard you're spectacular,
Alright.
Captain. At least with your last
Hopman, I'm gonna remember all this.
I don't
Just so you
want
know,
you as long as
I'm gonna remember these days. I'm gonna remember these insults to me and my gaming prowess. All right, let's slow down now that you're in the area.
Hurry it up.
Strider 3, engaging. Cyclops 3, engaging.
Cyclops 4 engaging.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Strider 1, watch your tail.
Missile.
We're
Missile.
supposed to smash up that whole thing.
All right, yeah, I come off the throttle a little
Yeah.
bit. Just kind of, you're going
Aircraft and A
like 3,000 miles an hour or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh no!
I almost had it.
That was close. So in a situation like that, pull both triggers and you can.
Oh, that goes
do
through.
that,
Okay,
like, high
that's
G
what I was
turn.
trying to. Okay. I'm getting the hang of this.
Hauptmann,
Thank you.
I like this
They're
one.
praying for my success.
I like mission 11. I like mission. I think it was 17.
Sorry, but I'm gonna eat while I work. My judgment goes fuzzy when I'm too hungry.
Yep.
How can you talk about food?
So that's what you're saying is that okay.
How come you're number 1?
There.
Try
we go.
again?
That's the.
Don't use the not the right stick, but the two
oh, the
like
two
the
triggers?
gas and the brake at the same time.
Oh, gotcha.
Supposed to follow you? I heard you're spectacular, Captain.
Yeah. So like hit the gas and the brake at the same time and then turn.
I don't want you slowing us down out
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
Get
See how
over it.
fast you're turning, but you're bleeding
Yeah.
speed real fast.
Gotcha.
And then
Okay.
eventually you'll stall.
Gotcha.
Probably below 500 pounds.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right. So now you're over to your right.
Okay.
To the left. See, look.
Oh, there's
the white
yeah,
arrow.
There, I couldn't find the white one. There we go.
Probably want to look down at the ground instead,
Yeah.
because they're all down there.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. There we go.
Why are we out here? Let's you can let's go with these. This is a little bit easier to
Okay.
yeah.
We have visual confirmation of the enemy fleet. You're cleared to engage.
Go ahead and slow down a bit. Pull that left back.
Go.
Missile.
Shoot.
Enemy agents missile intercepting incoming.
Pull up. There's lots of things to think about.
So many things, man. I can't do it all at once. I'm trying to tie my shoe too.
You gonna try one more? Or are we giving up?
No, I'm gonna try one more.
Okay.
This is fun, dude. Can't give up now.
Sorry, but I'm gonna eat while I work. My judgment goes fuzzy when I'm too hungry. How can you talk about food?
Yeah, so you can either chase the fleet in the ocean there, or you can go back to the towers where you were the first time.
Let's go back over here. It's the first time. Is this where we're the first time?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're all this the target-rich environment.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
heard you're spectacular, Captain. At least with your last squadron. I don't want you slowing us down out there.
Oh,
Or you blind firing. That's okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
They caught us getting ready to
Let's go.
deploy.
Let them know we're coming.
I will laugh if you hit something because that looks like it's going right for that target.
Cyclops 4
It was
engaging.
close. Okay.
All right, so again, triangle will cycle through your targets.
Yep.
Lock on you, Strider 1.
It's hard to kind of tell sometimes what you're
Yeah.
targeting.
Smash up that whole
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly.
Enemy at all.
So yeah,
Just destroy the boats, aircraft, and AA weaponry. No, let's
hit
do
triangle.
what chicks say.
Wow.
Yeah, they are on me. Okay.
Shoot. Missile circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
You might blow up that frigate. Yes.
Target has been destroyed.
Okay.
Impressive.
Mass Stafford destroyed. Seal it off.
I went for the structural reinforcements. They're small, but not impossible to hit. I've sent the data. Make like Wiseman and serve up a sandwich.
There you go.
There we go.
Copy. Roger.
Let's see. Yeah, hit that. Hit it. Oh. Hit the shoot a couple missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're in this particular one, you're supposed to fly in and like hit those cores. That's
Gotcha.
really
Oh, that's
tough.
what you're talking about, yeah,
That's really
okay.
tough if you haven't played this game.
Gotcha.
There you go. You get the hang of it.
Yeah.
Fire.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Give him a couple foxes.
I keep hitting the.
You hate boats.
Yeah.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Enemy's got a lock.
Clear for emergency launch. Two grills separated. Full speed ahead.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you kind of.
Yeah, I'm all over the place now.
There we go.
Ooh, all right. Look at that. It's not flying to the mountain, though. Yeah. Nice. This is cool. So I do like the music.
I do like the music.
Yeah.
Scratches. Strider 1, you're entering clouds.
I don't like them. They're like sin lines.
Those.
Nothing.
Nice. So I'm like way up in the clouds.
Yeah, well, the clouds are low at this particular
Yeah.
juncture.
Missile. Shake it off.
Yeah, stay right there on that target, and then just wait for it to go red.
Yeah.
There you go.
I almost had it.
There you go. You put on the surface, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Missile.
Missile inbound. Missile inbound.
Missile.
Gotcha, pal.
Missile.
It's a big maze. I've been spiked. Missile inbound. Evade.
All right.
Caution. Pull up. Missile.
I'm just figuring out how to stay alive right now.
It's good.
Okay.
Well, that one does have a rear pilot, so I guess half man is in the cockpit with you.
Yeah,
See?
yeah. There we go. Yeah. Okay.
Who's out?
Whoop. There we go.
One of the new recruits talks a lot. Swears a lot, too. That girl swears more than me.
It's not just the swearing either. She's got quick fists too.
I thought you'd say that.
Just pick whoever you want. Cycling through a lot of targets.
Yeah.
Wait, shoot. There you go. Blow up a triple A.
There we go. Okay. All right.
Breaking out of lock.
Locked on, you're mine.
Shoot. Blow up the Sam.
1, missile launched.
There you go. That's a helicopter.
Yeah.
Striker 1.
Let's see what we got here.
Bandit has a lock on me.
Let's see what I got here.
Locked on. This one's a goner.
All aircraft.
Yes, you got a helicopter.
Point A. The attack will fail.
Hit it. Shoot. Shoot. Oh, now you're using foreign. That's okay.
Target's still active.
Switch it back to
Dodge
regular
that
missiles.
missile.
Ah, I got you. Is that switch? Well, is it keep switching missiles?
So yeah, you have a
Okay.
special weapon that you can use.
Right.
Hostile has a lock. Box 2. Box 2. Locked on.
Wow. Dodge the missile.
Oh.
Striker 1. Behind my target. Breaking out of lock.
Let's go by.
The right stick is just your camera.
Bandit has a lock.
Oh, is that what it is?
If you
Okay.
click it, push the right stick in.
Okay.
Push it again.
Gotcha.
Now you-
Okay.
This is the view I like. I think
Okay.
it's just sexier.
Yeah, I can see everything this way. That's always nice.
They got a beat on you.
All right.
Missile.
Box 2.
You're all right. You
Yeah,
you
I keep
soak
hitting.
him- You can soak up a missile or two. Don't worry about it.
Position. He's mine.
Boom.
Bet that's a good angle there.
Yeah. Yep.
Lock on. Good night.
Enemy is locked on. Break away.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
I've been spiked.
Missile.
Dodge that missile.
Okay. Let's get back in the game here.
Let's blow some stuff up.
Yeah. All right.
Shoot. There we go. That'll get him. Or maybe not. Shoot again. There we go. That'll get him. Yeah.
Bandit has a lock on me.
Locked on.
Little bridge.
Oh.
There we go. Hit that triple A.
Damn, dude.
Oh my god, what happened? Oh!
Strider 1 crashed.
Ah,
Oh well.
I was getting there.
You were getting there.
I was getting there. Hopefully everybody's
It's alright.
everybody's mellowed out now
let's-
at this point.
Let's call it out here and we'll
Yeah.
if you guys have some more questions for Longcaster, do this again.
That was fun.
That was cool.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was fun. Okay. I can see. That was lovely.
Yeah, drop another couple questions in the chat, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
do a giveaway. Actually, I will
Yeah.
start one of the giveaways
Yeah.
now. So our first giveaway is going to be somewhere in all of these buttons.
Oh, well, look at that.
Okay, we complete that. Okay, so since I have a button for it already, I'm gonna in 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm just gonna press this. This will
Yeah.
be for a copy of my first 2 books.
Nice. And somebody asked about the other game that I'm in. It's called Elex, ELEX, and it was same people who did. They had another big game that they had done before. It's THQ Nordic.
Yeah, I don't
and
know who it was either.
They actually just bought up a bunch of. They're going to reissue a bunch of games.
Yeah?
They bought up last year a bunch of titles. They're going to remaster and reissue.
Here, scoot over a bit. Just a touch. You're good. Right there.
Good. All right. Which looks pretty cool. I think there's a bunch of like SpongeBob titles and stuff they bought up. And
That's cool.
They're gonna remaster. So I don't know what exactly that means for the remaster. So, but yeah, the one game ELEX,
ELEX.
and that was actually a pretty cool game. That was one of those games that I auditioned 3 or 4 times for the same role.
Really?
For the main character, and they had everybody everybody in the team wanted me for that main role, except for the one head developer or the main guy didn't want. He wanted a different type of voice for it, and so I got kicked down to the guide role instead, as opposed to the main player character.
It's all right. Everybody needs a guide.
It was good. Yeah, no, it was cool.
That's cool.
It was cool.
It's hard for us to see your questions with all the raffle thing. I wish I could turn that off.
Yeah.
But
Do you see all the raffle stuff in there?
Yeah, it's like everybody who like wants to get a ticket.
Gotcha.
They put out the
Darksiders
Darksiders series.
yeah.
That's the THQ
Yeah.
Nordic. Happy Passover!
Okay.
Yay!
See, and they had done something else. Like there was another game that they were pretty well known for. I guess it's a big kind of open world thing. Thanks, good try. Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, if you're entering the raffle, I will definitely ship this to Canada. It's expensive, but I can't go overseas with this. So yeah, sorry, I probably should have mentioned that at the beginning. I'll ship it to the North America
Yeah.
only. Sorry, over the pond, but you can get the ebook versions. It's super cheap.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, sorry, Lappy Dog. Would you be willing to do another Ace Combat game?
Yeah, sure.
I would.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after playing it now. Now I know
Yeah,
now I know
you-
what the
there's-
game
there's
is.
Some context.
You know, yeah, I think some context and it actually makes totally.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Let's see where this is.
Nice.
Oh, thanks for the Terry Pratchett comparison. I appreciate that. Where are the
Oh, nice.
things?
Yeah. Longcaster for Ace Combat 8.
Yeah, we could like start a campaign.
Nice.
All right, looks like pretty much everybody has done the raffle, so I'm going to close the entries.
This is pretty cool.
And I'm going to pick a winner for my books. Da 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 da! Frosty Flakes X23, you are the winner of a copy of mechanical failure and communication failure.
Nice.
I'm gonna give you.
Which I actually read the first one.
Did
the
you?
First one on last tour. Yeah. Yep. Not this last tour, the like last year's last tour.
Frosty Flakes, head over to the website that I just dropped in and go to my contact form, send me an email, and then we will figure out how to get that book to you. Sweet. Now I want to run one more, and it's gonna be it'll be this. Actually, do I need to change the? Let's we'll call this
Yeah.
Urban Renewal Project shirt.
Yeah. And I can say, you know what? And I'll send one of our the last album. We don't have a new album, but I'll send the last album. I can do the last CD.
An album.
Yeah. But yeah, and then everything now, man, everything is streaming. So we're not doing this new album. We're doing is not oh no, he's overseas.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, we're gonna run. So here comes Tim's giveaway. He's gonna give away a shirt and
The last album.
the last album. Okay, if you're overseas, yeah, I know it was a communication failure. Nice. I'm gonna start this now. If you're overseas, here comes,
Yeah.
and then I'll redo the books after this.
Yeah.
So now you should be able to. A Woot raffle has started for viewers. Just
Nice.
use. I don't know why it showed up like that. So
That's awesome.
this is for the T-shirt and the thing.
Yeah.
I'll start it for 3 minutes,
Cool.
so it's a little bit less
Nice.
awkward.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go. There we go. Dang. So thanks for coming by, Tim. This is fun.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's awesome. I'm gonna come. I'll just come back and I'll come back over and play Ace Combat. It's
Yeah,
fun.
I'll just
Yeah.
rock out.
Yeah. No, this is totally cool.
Anything else you're working on right now you want to talk about?
Man, no. This year has been. I mean, it's been the studios have been taking up almost all the time this year. It's been a lot of. We were doing the Toy Maker series was a lot of this year.
Yeah.
And because we moved to History Channel from a different channel, so we did a lot of. We started that back in November of last year.
Yeah.
Just started doing that, and then I have another kind of similar thing, a similar series that I'm doing that's about just kind of driving across the U.S., like people taking kind of 4x4 driving across the U.S.
That's sweet.
Going through Colorado and different parts of the country and checking out the stuff like that. And then, yeah, this other project I do have is coming out on a streaming, it'll be on a streaming video platform.
Sweet.
That's about it.
All right, I'm closing entries for the T-shirt.
Boom.
Here we go. AAFJ21.
Alright.
You have won the T-shirt and CD. How can they reach out to you?
They can actually go through they go to the Soundbox website,
What is it?
soundbox.la, and they can reach me through there. Boom. Nice.
Okay, now I'm going to reconfigure this again one more
Back to
time.
back for the books.
So we'll complete this.
Yeah.
A lot of clicking.
Okay, nice. We are on Spotify. And actually we just put out a brand new single 2 weeks ago. But if you look under Urban Renewal Project on Spotify, the new single's called Shake Your Hips. And then all over YouTube as well, a bunch of live stuff on YouTube. Some pretty cool live stuff from the Jakarta. We played Jakarta Jazz Festival last year. And there's two good full videos of that.
How was
It's kinda cool.
Jakarta? Like, I've never been to like that part of the world.
I had never had either. It was 24 hours on the plane, 48 hours on the ground, 24 hours on the plane back.
Oh my god.
And they
So you didn't
broke
see
my
it at
guitar.
all?
We didn't see anything. They broke my guitar on the flight.
What?
So I got to Jakarta and my guitar was broken. It
Did
snapped
they
the-
snap the neck?
The neck snapped, yeah.
Wow.
So actually, it kind of worked out. It worked out okay. We ended up getting we got to the stage, and they had a guitar and an amp and everything ready for me on stage when I got there.
Well, that's
which was
good.
pretty
At least
cool.
They made it right. That's cool.
Yeah, the guitar had probably been outside in the rain for about 3 months, so it was all rusty. I had to like put new strings on it, but it played great. It sounded great, and it was a huge crowd. I mean, it was we've never played a festival that big. It was thousands of people at that one, which was really cool.
Really?
Apparently, like the biggest jazz festival in the world in Jakarta, the Jakarta
Wow.
Jazz Festival,
That's
Java Jazz
interesting.
Fest.
Okay.
Huge, and we played the big outdoor stage, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it's been pretty interesting because I couldn't like, without having the voiceover in the studio, I couldn't be out and playing music,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool.
That's
you
cool.
know, because the studio and like I'm able to do, I'm able to work from the road.
Yeah.
I
The
did,
universe kind of hands it to you.
Yeah, I did 2 episodes of Toy Makers from the bus. In the
Oh,
bus.
yeah,
In the
yeah,
bus
yeah.
at a gas station in Arizona with a solar powered battery.
You're not a real like voice actor unless you do something stupid on the road like
it's
that.
crazy. Yeah, we did 2 full episodes. So
That's
I think
awesome.
episodes 6 and 7 of Toy Makers was recorded in the bus.
Dang.
The full show.
That's awesome.
So, and I think I played it back and it actually it sounds comparable to my studio, which is sad.
Yeah, I guess.
Worrisome.
It's
great.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
All right, I am going to close the entries for this.
Java Jazz is the Jazz Festival. The Jakarta Jazz Festival is the Java Jazz Festival. Toy Makers, it's on History Channel, and they're actually streaming it. I think you can stream it. If you have Hulu, you can stream it. It's in the package with Hulu.
Yeah.
And it's Toy Makers with a Z.
Okay, cool.
And actually, if you go to toymakers.com with a Z, all of the links are up there. And they're putting, they've started to put some clips up on YouTube now, like 3-minute clips from the show.
Sweet.
They're pretty cool. So we did the first episode was, they actually had Richard Petty on and did a Richard Petty tribute card.
That's fun.
So I got to go to like the Richard Petty Museum and all that other stuff, which is pretty cool. And then they got some really cool people in, like some good race car drivers, people that I don't know but I know are
That's cool.
pretty popular, pretty well. So
All right, picking a winner for a copy of my books that I'll sign and Tim will also sign.
woohoo!
Cross Tiers. You
right.
are the winner of my first 2 books, Mechanical
Nice.
Failure and Communication Failure, which we will sign and ship to you. I would like you to go to my website, fill out the contact form, and let me know how to get these books to you. And yeah, that's it.
Sweet.
So I guess we're gonna wrap it up here now.
Yeah.
Tim,
that
where
was
can
fun.
where can people go to follow your dealings and stuff? Do you have Twitter? Do you do any of that crap?
Yeah, actually, we do. I mean, we're the studio. We're doing a lot of stuff on Instagram right now for the studio. And
So what's your Insta?
Soundbox.la is up there. We actually had Nancy Cartwright in a few weeks ago. It was really awesome.
Cool.
Got to hang out with Bart Simpson. We've had we had Jason Ritter in a few weeks ago, who was good. We've got we've had a ton of people in it. It's
Yeah,
been
so
crazy.
a lot of cool
It's
people
crazy.
come through Tim's studio. You should definitely check out his Instagram and
Yeah.
stuff like that. He does a lot of neat work out of there.
Yeah, urpmusic.com
For his band,
band.
urpmusic.com.
And those are really the main things. My voiceover is on timfriedlander.com. But that is has slowly taken a back seat
Yeah.
to the studio stuff.
Yeah, cool.
But the studio, it's amazing. I mean, I'm still just flabbergasted at the studio because it's just it's just been pretty amazing, and really a lot lots to do with Inhuman Baron. Yeah. Woohoo.
Sweet.
And so go study for your calc exam. Yeah.
You guys know where to contact me.
Yep.
I'll drop it in there. You got my Twitter handle. You got my YouTube. It's pretty much everything /Joe Zieja. I've got some voice acting tutorials and stuff on my YouTube channel.
Nice.
If you didn't win a book today and you still want to buy a book, there is a link in the panels below that says books. You can just click that and it'll take you to my Amazon page and that stuff like
Nice,
that.
nice.
So
You're all welcome. That was fun.
yeah.
That
So
was awesome. And good luck with the calc exam. Good night from Northern Ireland. Good night to Northern Ireland.
yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. It's
awesome.
been a blast. Tim,
Yeah.
thanks so much, man.
Awesome.
It was
Thank
good seeing you.
For sure.
Fly safe, Aces.
See y'all.